Raceway. He'll be starting outside row number 9 out of Harrisburg, South Dakota in the J&J chassis and a Ballinger racing engine. Presented by A&B Auto, Fruitsy Construction and Hughes Racing, the 2D, Dusty Ballinger. Starting in the middle of row number 9, he hails out of Fort Worth, Texas. It's a Maxim chassis with an MER21 racing engine, sponsored by American Fire, Jambo Barbecue Pits, and Precise Racing. Eagle Raceway in the 7M. Make some noise for Kevin Ramey. He'll be starting inside row number 9 from Olivia, Minnesota in a J&J chassis and a Myers Racing engine. Sponsored by Bodie Collision and Glass, Westfall Trucking and Epoxy Company. The 10, Trevor Service. Starting on the outside of row number 8 by way of Wichita Falls, Texas, out of Murdoch, Nebraska in the 22C Precise Racing dyno. In the 22C, it's Chad Cook. Middle of row number 8, out of Armour, South Dakota, in a Cheyenne chassis, powered by a Wells Racing engine, sponsored by Work Welding, Rex Wrinkle Concrete, and Central Plains Automation, the 31, Colby Workmeister. Unfortunately not in attendance this evening, but scheduled to start on the inside of row number 8 out of Omaha, Nebraska, in an Eagle Helix chassis with a Speedway Motors racing engine, sponsored by Electrical Systems Incorporated, Miles Discount Tires and Wheels, and Tony Leonardo Plumbing in the 47, Code Red, Cody Ledger. Starting outside row number 7, out of Godley, Texas, in an EMI chassis and a Schaus Racing engine, sponsored by Skyview Corp, Davis Drug and Alcohol Testing, Estes Family Racing, the 74E, it's Claude Estes! Starting in the middle of row number 7, out of Bates City, Missouri, it's a Triple X chassis with a Speedway Motors racing engine, sponsored by Diamond Plumbing, Rocket Media, and Advent Tech Dyno Services in the 63, Jack Thomas. He'll start inside of row number 7, 19th on the grid, out of Martell, Nebraska, the Helix chassis and a Speedway Motors racing engine. Sponsored by 5'9", Ironwood Builders and Bluestem Landscaping, the 14G. It's Gene Eklund! Starting to the outside of row number 6, the driver out of Lincoln, Nebraska. It's an Eagle chassis with a Speedway Motors racing engine, sponsored by 93.7 The Ticket, Speedway Racing Engines, and Eagle chassis in car number 51. It's the boss, Mike Boston. He'll start middle of row number 6 out of Liberal, Kansas, in a Triple X chassis and a Myers Racing engine. Sponsored by Anderson Group, CCS Group, and Triple A Trucking, the OZ, Stephen Richard! Starting on the inside of row number 6 out of Waxahachie, Texas, it's a Maxim chassis with a Myers Racing engine, sponsored by A2B Transport, More Speed Racing Components, and Myers Racing Engines. In the 25X, it's Chase Brewer. He'll be starting outside of row number 5, 15th on the grid, out of Papillion, Nebraska. He's in his bike chassis and a Speedway Motors racing engine. Sponsored by Bradco Companies, Brad Flanagan Home Loans, Twisted Thunder Fireworks. Here is for Choo Choo! Starting in the middle of row number 5, the driver hails out of Alvin, Texas. It's a Maxim chassis with an Allard Racing engine, sponsored by Turner Welch Motorsports, AIS, and Precision Spray Foam. It's the 5E of Maverick Elkins. Inside of row number 5, from Oklahoma, the Maxim chassis, powered by a PPE racing engine, Oklahoma Truck Driving Academy, LS Construction, High Plains Division, the 88R Ryder Plans! Starting on the outside of row 4, out of of Papillion, Nebraska, in a CMP Wolfwell chassis by Benson with a Speedway Motors racing engine sponsored by Sundown Homes, Jack Daniels. It's your 2014 IMCA Racesaver Sprint Car National Champion in the 100. It's Clint Benson.
Starting 11th on the grid, he'll be middle of row number 4 from Quinlan, Texas, and a VFR chassis powered by a Kennedy race engine. Sponsored by Kennedy Racing Engines, Morris Motorsports, and Baxter Motorsports. Let's hear it for the V2 of Carson Boland.
And on the inside of row number 4, the drivers out of Lincoln, Nebraska. It's a Maxim chassis with a Speedway Motors racing engine sponsored by Hertz Rental Car, Zoz Farms, and Churning Enterprises. In the 18W, it's Kid Lightning Cole Wayman.
Starting outside row number 3, he's 9th on the grid, your 20 and 23 Racesaver Nationals champion. From Nest City, Kansas, and a Maxim chassis and Myers Racing Engine. Sponsored by SNS Trailers, Myers Racing Engines, and DNS Machine and Welding, the 20J, Jeremy Hewitt.
Starting in the middle of row number 3, he's out of Panama, Nebraska. It's a Sinead chassis with a Speedway Motors racing engine sponsored by Stop and Shop, Mueling Financial, and Fast Track Farms. In the 35, it's TG Trevor Grossenbacher.
He's inside row number 3, 7th on the grid, coming out of Lincoln, Nebraska, the Maxim chassis and a Wells racing engine. Sponsored by Coyote Candle Company and KRS Fabrications, your 2-time Racesaver Nationals champion, the 74B, Jay Moore.
On the outside of row number 2, the driver out of Lincoln, Nebraska. It's a Sinead chassis with a Speedway Motors racing engine sponsored by Neff Towing, Climatech Heating and Air, and Suncoast Design. Your 2024 Eagle Raceway Racesaver Sprint Car Champion in the 4X. It's Jason Danley.
He'll start middle of row number 2, 5th on the grid, coming out of Bloomington, Indiana, Maxim chassis and a Myers racing engine. Sponsored by Brittlewood Consulting, Goldcasters, Fine Jewelry, and Alco Group. It's the 14S, the Hoosier Hustler, Ethan Barrow.
Get out there, Haley.
Starting to the inside of row number 2, the driver out of Rock Rapids, Iowa, and a Maxim chassis with a Myers racing engine sponsored by Tender Bison, Papik Motors, and Iowa Concrete Grinding and Coating. In the number 23, Brandon Bosma.
She was.
On to the main row. Your front 3 starters of the 3 wide, coming out of Martell, Nebraska. He's in an Eagle chassis and a Myers racing engine. Sponsored by Empire Netting and Fence, Myers Racing Engines, and MySalesman.com. Your 2022 Eagle Raceway Track Champion, the 14, Joey
Joey, we talked yesterday that we got one daily and we need the other one. What do you need to do? Well, not only did you do it, you're starting better than Jason. What do you need to do after 50 laps to be the winner tonight?
I'm still figuring out how I got in the front row. I mean, we were nervous we weren't even going to make the show, and now suddenly we have a chance to win. So we went back, made some changes, and we'll give her help.
All right, well, congratulations, and we will see you after 50 laps.
Race fans, starting in the middle of row number 1. He hails from Amarillo, Texas, in a Maxim racing chassis with a Scott Baylor racing engine sponsored by Taco Casa and Mesilla Valley Transportation. He's picked up the Racesaver Nationals title before. In the J2, they call him Carne Asada. It's John Carney.
So, John, you have had a pretty good weekend up till now. What do you got to do to make it just that much more special in the second Racesaver National title?
Well, my crew gave me a great car all weekend. Soft Sauces sponsors me.
You're
Steve
strong.
Transportation.
Say go, Daddy. Daddy,
It's a
you're
real group
win.
effort, and it takes a lot of people
Where's
and a lot of
Nana? I don't know.
there's a lot of things to get in this position. I'm just one gear in the whole machine here. So if I can do my job, hit my marks, hopefully I can stay out front. And it's a long race, so 50 laps, being the fastest guy's going to win. So we'll see.
By the way, you and your whole team have made a lot of people hungry for Taco Tuesdays.
Yeah, that's good. I wish we had tacos at the truck, but we don't this time.
All right, congratulations. We'll see you after 50 laps.
Your final starter, he's on the pole for the 12,000 to win race. Coming to you just down the road from South Bend, Nebraska. He's rocking a XXX chassis powered by a Myers Racing engine. Sponsored by Avid Realty by Kyle Gabriel, S&L Trenching, High Plains Building Divisions, and Tailored Computers and Repair. It's the 25 Top Gun Gunner Pike!
Gunner, you wanted desperately to make this a, not only did you make it, you're rolling from the pole. I know once you strap that helmet on, you're intense. You got this whole crowd behind you. What's going through your mind right now?
Hopefully we can throw 25 good laps together, or 50 laps together, 30 and then 20. So 50 laps is a long race, and hopefully the track kind of your water it all on. So it goes for curveball, so hopefully we can adjust and good to go.
After 50 laps, if you are the Racesaver Nationals winner, what's that going to mean to Gunner Pike?
I'll mean the world to everything. I mean, this is my first ever time I've actually even made the show, and then ran second Friday night and we won. So this is gonna be awesome.
Congratulations, we'll see you after 50.
Eagle Raceway, that is your 27 starters for the 2024 Racesaver National Championship. Are you ready for some A-feature action? That's not even close. For the last time this year, Eagle Raceway, are you ready for some A-feature action? James, we've got 27 of the best.
gentlemen, he's out. He's Wayne Dancing with the